Hello everyone, my name is Michael Chin, and this is my new YouTube channel called Galactic Gears. I wanted to make a video about what I learned from failing on YouTube for 11 years on my other channel, Michael Chin 1994, or MC94. My main problem was I wasn't making content that I wanted to make. I was making videos that I thought people wanted to watch. Okay? When people talk about YouTube adpocalypse and how YouTube's going corporate and, you need videos that are over 10 minutes and all that stuff, that's all true. All that algorithm stuff, that's all true. However, that's about people discovering your stuff. That's about making a profit and all that stuff. And that honestly affects people that are already successful. It doesn't really affect people that are starting up so much. When people go to YouTube, the reason why they're going to YouTube is for the you part of YouTube. Despite what everybody says, that's still true. If you're making videos that are soulless and uninteresting, then no matter how well you fit into the YouTube algorithm, you could be a perfect, shining example of the thing that fits best into that YouTube algorithm, and people are going to still tune out if your content isn't interesting. People aren't going to keep coming back. They're not going to share your stuff. What makes you successful is when you have an audience that loves you. You have to understand what they're there for. They're not there for you to tell them what they want to hear. They're there because they want to hear what you have to say. My most recent video on MC94 bombed, and it took me like 3 months to make. I don't know what I was expecting, because it's not interesting. It's not an interesting video. It has a lot of very technical things that only I will ever notice and only I will ever care about. It's not an interesting video. The thing is, it didn't need to take 3 months to make. I was spending way too much time focusing on quality. But the thing is that if I had focused on getting the production done, I probably would have learned more. Think about, like, if I made a video once a week, right? That's 4 videos a month. And in 3 months, that would be 12 videos. I could have made 12 animations in that much time, but instead I made 1. When you're starting YouTube, you have to focus on yourself and growth. You can't be acting like you are successful. You can't be having slow turnaround times because you don't have any support. Channels that have successful Patreons and they only make a video once a month, that's fine. They're getting support and feedback from the community. But if you don't have a community, you don't have that. And so what happens is you fall into this trap where you're focusing on quality and you have such a slow turnaround time, you think to yourself, oh man, I gotta make things that people want to watch. If I'm gonna spend, months at a time working on one video, I better make it that people want to watch it. I don't enjoy the stuff that I've been making lately. And if I don't like it, then why are other people gonna share it? The other thing is, when you're spending months at a time working on things that you frankly don't even like, it is a terrible thing to go through. In order to spend that much time working on something that you don't like, you basically have to isolate yourself, because anything that's slightly interesting is going to detract you. And it's so hard to not run away from the thing you're working on because you don't want to do it. When you don't want to do something, it's really hard to commit to it. Don't go through that. I did that for the longest amount of time and I regret it. Learn to love yourself, because when your heart is singing, people will be listening. It's the beat of your heart that people want to hear, not a loud banging drum. Give yourself a hard limit. Make it a week or 2 to get it done from beginning to end, from concept to upload. And the reason why for the hard limit is not for the algorithm. Don't worry about the algorithm when you're starting off. The reason why is so that you stay focused on growth. Because you're small. Don't expect or even desire instant success. It's probably not going to happen, and if it does, you're probably not going to handle it very well. By giving yourself a hard limit for a week or two, you're going to have more content to make. They'll probably be of much more interest because you'll learn as you go along. You'll learn what you do and you don't like. You'll learn what you can and you can't do. And as you go on, that will change. And you will discover more abilities that you didn't know that you had, and you'll only gain that knowledge through experience. Don't torture yourself. If your heart's not in it, if you don't feel like what you're making is worth it, then don't do it. I'm talking about enjoying the journey, not just the destination. You have to realize that the journey of finishing a product is part of the product. Making the product has to be enjoyable, because if it's not, that hatred for the project will be self-evident in the final product, and people will not enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. Make things that you enjoy making, and if you don't know what that is, try. And if it doesn't turn out well, try something else, but try. The hard part is, how do you make the content that you want to make? And it can be a little overwhelming, but I think there's a lot of merit in giving yourself a box to think outside of. So what I suggest doing is making a list of like 20 ideas. Just write them down. It doesn't matter if they sound good. It doesn't matter if they're bad. Write them down as fast as you can. Then take that list, divide it in half, half and half and half, until you get the idea you want, right? And then you can make, maybe make 5 variations of that single idea, and see which one you like the most, and so on and so on. It will develop as you go along, but do all of this within your hard limit, and then just try it, give it a shot. And if it turns out that it wasn't the thing you wanted to do, it turns out you don't like it, upload it. Don't be afraid to upload it. Don't get camera shy, don't get stage shy or anything like that. Upload it. Then try again. Just try again. When you're small, don't be worrying about the audience, okay? When you find it, they will find you. And it will happen organically and naturally. It's not going to feel forced. It's not going to feel like an algorithm did it for you. It's going to feel like you were on a path of self-exploration, and when you started to find the things that you like to make, people started to find you. So anyway, thank you for listening about my struggles that I've had for the past 11 years on YouTube. And I really hope that you learned from this video, not only about starting off on YouTube, but hopefully about how to treat yourself. If you like this video, then please do share it, because I really feel like it could help a lot of people, and I really wish someone had sat down and explained this to me years ago. So please help someone else out there, and help them to not go in a torture chamber. So the bottom line would be, have fun and love what you do by doing what you love.